Have you ever wondered why some men date women for years without marrying them, but marry someone else after just a few months? Well, it's not about time, it's about signs. Men use subtle tests to figure out whether a woman is just for now or forever. These signs reveal whether he sees you as a partner in his future or just a chapter in his present. The difference between the two is life-changing. And the reason why men use signs to decide if you're the one is because commitment isn't an emotional decision for them. It's a strategic calculation based on psychological compatibility markers that determine whether you'll enhance or complicate the life they're building. Most women think men commit based on love, chemistry, or how well you treat them. But the truth is more complex. Men evaluate women through a lens of long-term partnership potential, asking themselves subconscious questions about whether you'll be an asset or liability to their future goals, emotional stability, and life vision. This evaluation process happens automatically and often unconsciously. Men aren't sitting down with checklists, but their minds are constantly processing information about your character, your independence, your standards, and how you handle various life situations. These signs really matter because they reveal whether you trigger his life partner psychology versus his temporary companion psychology, and the women who become the one aren't necessarily the most beautiful, the most accommodating, or even the most in love. They're the women who demonstrate specific psychological qualities that make men think, I want to build a life with this person, rather than just, I enjoy spending time with this person. That's why when you understand what men are looking for in a permanent partner, you can naturally embody those qualities instead of accidentally signaling that you're better suited for casual dating. Hi, I'm Gabriel Hart from My Daily Love, and in this video we'll talk about the 5 specific signs men subconsciously use to determine whether you're marriage material and why understanding these evaluation criteria changes everything about how you approach relationships. And once you understand what triggers his life partner psychology, you'll not only be able to naturally demonstrate these qualities, but you'll also be able to distinguish between men who are evaluating you for forever versus men who are just enjoying the moment. Sign number 1, she inspires admiration. The first sign men look for when deciding if you're the one is whether you inspire genuine admiration through your standards, independence, or ambition, because men stay loyal to women they look up to, not just women they desire. Physical attraction and emotional connection might create initial interest, but admiration creates lasting respect. When a man genuinely admires who you are as a person, your character, your achievements, your way of handling challenges, it transforms how he sees the relationship. This admiration is earned through how you conduct yourself in various situations. Do you handle stress with grace? Do you maintain your standards even when it's difficult? Do you pursue your goals with determination? Do you treat others with respect, regardless of their status? Men notice these qualities because they indicate how you'll handle the challenges and responsibilities that come with long-term partnership. A woman who inspires admiration suggests she'll be an asset during difficult times, rather than an additional burden. You've probably noticed that the relationships where men seem most devoted are often with women who have clear values and the ability to command respect through their actions rather than just their appearance or availability. This type of admiration also creates what psychologists call aspirational attachment. He doesn't just want to be with you, he wants to be worthy of being with you. This motivates him to be his best self and creates a positive cycle of mutual growth and respect. The key insight is that desire can fade over time, but admiration typically grows stronger as you witness someone's character being tested in various situations. Men who are thinking long-term want partners they'll admire even more deeply as years pass. From what I've seen, men who genuinely admire their partners become fiercely protective of the relationship because losing that person would mean losing someone who makes them proud to be chosen by them. Sign number 2, she balances support with independence. Here's what most women don't understand about becoming the one. Men are drawn to women who support them but still maintain their own life, goals, and identity, because men admire women who choose them rather than women who need them. Many women make the mistake of thinking that becoming indispensable means making him the center of their world, sacrificing their own interests, or being available for his every need. But this approach often triggers the opposite response. It makes men feel suffocated and uncertain about your individual strength. The women who become the one master the balance between being supportive and maintaining their independence. They celebrate his achievements while pursuing their own. They're emotionally available while having their own sources of fulfillment. They enhance his life while clearly having a rich life of their own. This balance is attractive because it suggests you're choosing to be with him because you want to, not because you need someone to complete you or give your life meaning. Men find this incredibly attractive because it eliminates the pressure of being responsible for your entire emotional well-being. When you have your own goals, friendships, and interests, it also means you bring fresh energy and perspectives to the relationship. You're not just reflecting his world back to him. You're adding new dimensions and experiences to his life. Men also find independence attractive because it suggests you'll be able to handle challenges and responsibilities independently when necessary. In long-term partnerships, both people need to be capable of standing on their own while choosing to build together. Within 3 to 4 months of demonstrating this balance consistently, you'll typically notice men becoming more serious about the relationship because they start seeing you as a true partner rather than someone they need to take care of or manage emotionally. And while this balance of support and independence is one of the biggest reasons men start taking a relationship seriously, there's something most women don't realize. Attraction and respect alone don't automatically lead to commitment. The reason why is because men move toward commitment in stages, almost like climbing a ladder. And if you don't understand those stages, you might think he's pulling away, when in reality, he just hasn't reached the next rung yet. See, each rung of this ladder represents a different stage of psychological readiness, and if you skip a rung or apply pressure at the wrong stage, you'll accidentally trigger his withdrawal instead of moving him closer to commitment. That's why we created the commitment ladder, the 3-step path every man climbs before he fully commits, and how to move him up without pressure. When you understand exactly which stage he's in and what each stage requires psychologically, you stop guessing about his intentions and start strategically creating the conditions that make commitment feel natural rather than forced. So please check the link in the description to get the 3 stages every man must climb before true commitment becomes possible. This could be the moment you finally stop leaving his decision to chance and start understanding the exact psychology that makes men choose forever over temporary. Sign number 3. She challenges him in the right way. What if one of the most important signs men look for isn't how supportive you are, but how effectively you challenge him to grow without making him feel criticized or inadequate? Men crave women who elevate them, but there's a crucial difference between challenging someone in ways that inspire growth versus challenging them in ways that create defensiveness or resentment. The right kind of challenge comes from believing in his potential and encouraging him to reach it, not from criticizing his current state or comparing him unfavorably to others. It's about seeing possibilities in him that he might not see in himself and inspiring him to pursue them. This might look like encouraging him to pursue a goal he's mentioned but hasn't acted on, supporting him in taking calculated risks for his growth, or gently questioning decisions that seem beneath his capabilities, but always from a place of love and belief rather than judgment. Men respond to this type of challenge because it signals that you see him as capable of more than he's currently achieving. It suggests that being with you will make him better, stronger, and more successful, rather than just comfortable. The key is the delivery and intention. Challenges that come from genuine care and belief in his potential inspire growth. Challenges that come from dissatisfaction with who he currently is create defensive reactions and distance. Quality men are actually attracted to women who have high standards and expectations because it pushes them to be their best selves. They want partners who will inspire them to grow rather than enable them to stay stagnant. This type of positive challenge also suggests that you're someone who values growth and excellence in your own life, which appeals to men who are ambitious and forward-thinking about their futures. Sign number 4. She aligns with his future vision. While compatibility in the present is important, men evaluate potential wives based on whether they align with the future life they're trying to build, including family goals, values, lifestyle preferences, and long-term priorities. This isn't about changing yourself to fit his vision, but about genuine compatibility in the areas that matter most for long-term partnership. Men think practically about marriage because they understand it involves major life decisions about money, children, lifestyle, and priorities. He's subconsciously asking questions like, do we want similar things from family life? Are our financial values compatible? Do we handle stress and conflict in ways that work together? Can I see her being a good mother to my children? Will she support the lifestyle and goals I'm working toward? These aren't romantic questions, but they're crucial practical considerations for men who are thinking about lifelong partnership. Romance gets you noticed, but compatibility gets you chosen for forever. The key is being authentically yourself while also being clear about your own values and future goals. When there's genuine alignment, it feels natural and effortless. When you're trying to force compatibility that doesn't exist, it creates tension and uncertainty. Men also pay attention to how you handle responsibilities, make decisions under pressure, and treat family members, because these behaviors preview how you'll handle the challenges of married life and parenthood. And this is going to sound crazy, but men often make marriage decisions based more on practical compatibility than on romantic feelings. They need both, but if they have to choose, they'll often choose the woman they can build a stable life with over the woman who creates the most passion but seems impractical for long-term partnership. This is why understanding his life goals and being honest about your own is crucial for attracting men who are serious about marriage rather than just dating. But here's what most women struggle with when trying to align with his future vision. They don't know how to show compatibility without losing their authentic selves or compromising their own goals. There are specific ways to demonstrate that you're aligned with his future while maintaining your individual identity, and other approaches that make you seem like you're just agreeing with everything to win his approval. That's why understanding how to create genuine alignment rather than forced compatibility is crucial, because men can sense when someone is authentically compatible versus when they're just trying to fit into a role that doesn't suit them. The difference between women who naturally align with his vision and those who seem like they're performing compatibility often comes down to how they communicate their own values and goals in relation to his. Comment, aligned, and I'll reveal the 3 specific ways to show future compatibility without losing yourself, and the 3 approaches that accidentally make you seem like you're just telling him what he wants to hear rather than being genuinely compatible. Sign number 5. She feels rare and irreplaceable. The final sign men look for is whether you feel rare and irreplaceable, not through desperation or scarcity tactics, but through the genuine uniqueness of your presence, standards, and energy that makes you unforgettable. This isn't about being perfect or trying to be someone you're not. It's about the authentic combination of qualities that make you distinctively you in ways that can't be easily replicated by someone else. Rarity comes from the intersection of your character, your standards, your energy, and your way of moving through the world. When these elements combine in ways that feel authentic and distinctive, you become memorable for reasons that go deeper than physical attraction or compatibility. Men notice when someone brings a unique energy to their life, when being with you feels different from being with anyone else, when you inspire feelings or thoughts they don't experience with other people, when your way of seeing the world adds value they can't get elsewhere. This sense of irreplaceability also comes from having standards that filter for quality rather than just accepting any attention. When you clearly know your worth and only invest in people who recognize and appreciate it, you naturally become more valuable in their perception. The psychology behind this is simple. People value what they have to earn and what they fear losing. When you're genuinely rare in your combination of qualities, when you maintain standards that require effort to meet, when your presence adds unique value to his life, losing you stops being about losing a girlfriend and becomes about losing something irreplaceable. From what I've seen, men who commit to women they consider irreplaceable become incredibly protective of the relationship because they understand they've found something special that can't be easily replaced, if lost. Now, here's where it gets important. Once you've become the kind of woman men want to marry, you need to understand how to create and maintain the boundaries that ensure you're treated with the respect and consistency you deserve. See, being wife material is just the beginning. The next step is making sure that any man who wants access to your time and energy has to meet your standards for how you expect to be treated, loved, and prioritized. That's why understanding how to set boundaries that actually increase attraction rather than push men away is crucial, because it's what separates women who attract quality commitment from those who just attract temporary interest. So if you want to discover the 5 simple boundaries that make men respect, value, and desire you, and why these standards actually make you more attractive rather than more demanding, then our new video will show you exactly how to create the framework for the kind of love you deserve. Please click the video that's showing on the screen right now, and you'll see how boundaries become the foundation for lasting respect and devotion.